moving on to actually talking about soils. You should know how soil is formed and the components. So, soil is sometimes considered a renewable resource and sometimes considered non renewable. It's renewable in the sense that you can build soil over time, but it can take a long time. It depends on where you are. So, in places like the tundra and the taiga or the desert, it takes much longer to get more soil and new soil than it does in a grassland. So, in the middle of Indiana, theoretically, we can build soil more quickly than people in the Arctic Circle. Okay, so under ideal circumstances, topsoil, which is the top layer, can be added to in like a millimeter per year. Best circumstances don't usually happen though, but ideal circumstances would include management to prevent erosion, because if you have erosion happening, it doesn't do any good to add soil because you're going to be losing soil at the same time, and also to allow organic material to accumulate, because rich soil, or soil that's really good for growing crops, has a lot of organic material in it. Okay. Soil has 6 parts or 6 components. They are listed here. So most of the time when people talk about soil or the health of a soil, they usually are thinking of just the non-living components of soil. So sand and gravel, silt and clay. Air is technically a component of soil. If there's no room for air to be in the soil, then that's a problem. Water is a component of soil. If water can't pass through the soil, or if it passes through too quickly, then that can affect how well things are able to grow in the soil. But soil health is also measured by how much organic material is present. So how many building blocks are there so that plants can grow? If you have a patch of, let's say, dirt that you've used for a garden for 10 years, and then you turn over a new patch and plant your garden right next to the old patch, probably you'll get better growth in the new patch than from the old patch. Because if you put your garden in the same place over time, you deplete all of the organic material in the soil. So if you use a new patch, then there's a lot more organic material present. I have a friend from church whose garden really shows that. They live kind of between Marion and Gas City. I guess I'm stopping because the phone is ringing.